Last week on The Club.
I'm Brian Evans. I'm one of the doormen at the Collingwood Football Club. 49 years, coming up 50 years.
Zungu throws it on the boot, and fittingly Maxwell might have the last. Back to work, off to work.
You've got to respect a loss as much as a victory. Those guys go out there and they really try.
They're not going to get him. Clark won't run him down. Garland's still going, and that hurts.
I feel as though that round 3 experience for us was the starting point of our season. So we haven't lost a game since, so we're looking to build on that.
Dellavedova banks it home. 18 for the Conference Player of the Year, Matthew Dellavedova.
My name's Matthew Dellavedova. I play for the Australian Boomers and I'm a big Collingwood supporter. It's just a way of life, I guess, because the first thing you do when you meet someone, who do you go for? And then you like them or you don't because it's Collingwood. So I think it's special to be a part of that. And yeah, it's just a special club and it's not just a football team. Our biggest achievement is making the Olympic team this year. And looking forward to going over there in a couple of weeks and seeing what we can do. The other day we got presented with our Olympic rings and that was a big honour, and it definitely makes it feel more real because I guess it hasn't quite fully sunk in, but getting the chance to represent Australia at the Olympic Games is something that I've dreamed of since I was a kid.
Yeah, obviously, if he could never have played for Collingwood, yes, I'd say it's not a bad option to wear the green and gold and play for the Boomers.
I haven't played footy since I was about 13, so a bit rusty.
He enjoyed football. Had he pursued that career path, we believe that he would have gone a long way there too because of his, inbuilt determination.
I played with some other people that play AFL now. Scott Pendlebury, the Brown twins were obviously a couple years older than me, but they were good Vic Country basketball players. I read in the paper about Damien Hardwick talking to my Boomers teammate Joe Ingles about playing for them, but we don't reckon he'd be able to make the switch, so we gave him a bit of crap about that. I think a lot of the skills and how you use your body translate between both, so that's why they can successfully make the switch. No one's had a word to me about switching over. I'm pretty happy playing basketball. Looks like I made the right choice. Talking to some of my American teammates and trying to explain to them what footy is all about has been a bit hard, but I've drawn them in to watch at least a quarter before they walk off, and they can't understand. They wonder where the pads are and why they're kicking the ball all the time. I watched the 2010 grand final in the locker room wearing my Collingwood jumper. The best desperation play of any sport I've ever seen is Heath Shaw's smother in the goal square. Gives me goosebumps thinking about it now.
Calling for the football, Schneider, will he give it to Revolt? He will. Revolt runs in, touched off the boot. Oh my goodness. Can you believe that? Wonderful chase by Heath Shaw. He came up behind him like a librarian. Daigan is 34. Reid is 20. Carlton desperate for a victory.
Keep walking. Come on. Right here. Come on, Mum. Because basketball's always, I guess, taken over our time with Yana and Ingrid playing as well, we always try to get down to 1 or 2 games a year. So we're heading down to Collingwood and Carlton tonight before I head off to camp and then the Olympics. So I can't think of a better way to spend my last night at home.
Down there with Maxwell. He runs on as Maxwell feeds it up to Buckley. Buckley is a good kick. This one no exception. Well, Jamison had to go again.
Come on, girls.
So Daigan, he's going to wind himself up from 50. Well, he's doubled his career total. He's made an early statement.
Williams goes long downwards, full forward for Solo set himself. Ball free at the back. Goldsack lays it off for Solo, a sharpshooter. Snaps, hits the post. Gee, he's having a turn.
Get him.
Oh, brilliant work by Blair. Swan, haven't seen a lot of him, but he saw something upfield that suited him very much. Gave it to Payne. Payne turns around and kicks the goal. Wasn't a Sharon. Out of the congestion, Thomas!
Well done by Walker. Now, can he hook it around? He does hook it, but it's not going to be a score. Collingwood have got all the numbers.
Oh.
And Thomas takes the mark and then has it smothered.
Well done by Goldsack. Bought some time and space for Shaw, who goes to half forward. Payne turns around, has a bounce, albeit a rather untidy one, and then slots the goal. 3 points the difference.
Judd creating, well played to Yaron. Now kick the goal, Yaron. Sidesteps, gets himself into a pickle, still got it, and goes bang. And did they need it? You betcha. Well, I said Eddie's had the biggest kick of the night 2 minutes ago. Can he kick a fourth? He kicked 5 in round 3 and he's got 4 tonight. And they might be home, the Blues.
This game is just running its course now.
Does Bucks get pretty intense?
Yeah, he gets testy, but he's usually not getting measured.
Yeah, he seems like that, yeah.
A bit of the American accent kicking in, mate.
Nah.
A little bit of the twang.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that.
Yeah, it was just good to see an old mate and have a chat. Sort of scrimmaged against him when he was a little guy and we used to play a bit, so you know, he's developed into one of the premier college players over there. So yeah, let's look forward to watching his next year unfold.
Yeah, thanks, let's go.
No worries, brother. 9, that's your number. You wear 9, don't you? Play, yeah.
At the Olympics. So. Last night at home before the Olympic campaign really kicks off, so we didn't get the result, but it was still an awesome experience, and yeah, I loved being down here and seeing what goes on behind the doors. As we were walking up here, I saw Ingrid, my sister, get a picture with Dale Thomas, so I'm sure she's going to have a big smile on her face for the next week or so.
That's Daisy.
That's pretty cool. Happy with that one?
Yeah.
Still to come on The Club.
And that's so...
Sherrod Wellingham talks about that hit. We meet some sons of guns.
What's your name? Nick Dacos. And who's your dad? Peter Dacos. Do you reckon he's a good player? Yeah, he's pretty good.
And joining us in the studio,
number 34, Alan Tooby.